Hey YouTube, Oracle DBA girl here. Today I wanted to go over database upgrade with you all. I'm pretty sure you all hear that in my background. I'm sitting outside, so I believe those are airplanes flying over. Yeah, I'm looking at the airplane right now. So forgive the noise that's in the background. But today I want to talk to you all about database upgrades. I'm going to go through the database upgrade process in this video. I will say this, I'm going to go through it sort of fast because if you are trying to figure out how to upgrade a database, then at this point, you pretty much should have the basics. Also, the actual process is not, well, the actual steps does not take a lot of time, but it's a bunch of hurry up and wait. So I want to say those two things. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this. I do have some notes here. Well, let me explain my environment a little bit. I've already installed 11.2.0.3. If I cd to Oracle Home and do pwd, as you all can see, this is 11.2.0.3. So I've already installed 11.2.0.3. I'm gonna start right there, right after. This is a fresh installation, so I'm gonna start right there. I created this document based off of Oracle documentation. There are a lot of people do things differently when it comes to doing stuff like upgrading, and just everybody has their own method. And so I sort of, took what I thought was relevant, and this works for me. This is doing the DBUA. I'm gonna be using the DBUA. You can do it manually. I will put up a video for manually later, but right now I just want to do this one using the DBUA. Okay, so as you all can see, this says Prereq task. Being that this is a brand new database, we don't have to worry about these things here. So if I know that it's not a part of the database, I'm not going to worry about it. But this and number 2, we don't have to worry about these because they have not been applied to this database as it's a brand new database. But if you are in a work environment, I definitely encourage you to check these things. And I will also say this, being that this is just us going through upgrading the database, there's a lot of optional stuff in here, but I put everything in this document just in case you're at work and you need full documentation. Here it is. So I'll let you know what's optional and what's not. We're going to start right here at number 3. It says create environment, create the profile, and install the 12.1.0.2. That is the database that we're going to be upgrading to, 12.1.0.2. So we're going to also install those binaries and go from there. So the first thing I want to do is create the 12.1.0.2 location. Okay, so I'm in this directory here. So all I'm going to do is cd back 2 directories. So here I'm just going to do make directory -p 12.1.0.2, and I'll do db_1. Okay, so if I go to, okay, so we've created that directory. And next, what we're going to do is we also need to create a profile. So I'm just going to do cd to get to the home directory. Now, right now I have the bash profile set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy bash Am I in? Sorry, Microsoft Word is doing something. Okay. But, okay, I'm going to copy my bash profile. And I'm going to copy it to, I'll just say profile dot 12c. That's what I'll name it. So what I'm going to do now is VI into .profile.12c, and what we're going to do is just basically change this so that it matches up to the 12c environment. Everything can stay the same. The only thing that we really want to change is the Oracle Home. Instead of this saying 11.2.03, we want it to say 12.1.0.2. And I'm going to right click that. And just to make sure that that's correct, I'm going to go ahead and set that profile. CD2 Oracle Home, PWD. Okay, so we know we set that correctly. So I'm going to go back to the home directory and reset my profile. Okay, so that's back to where it was. Now we've basically set up the environment. That's really all we need to do. We've set up the profile. So now we need to install the 12.1.0.2 binaries. Okay, this is going to take some time, but I want to go through it just so that you all can see. I like to do things holistically instead of just starting, you know, in the middle. Yes, I created a database, but you all should be able to at least have an initial database created. So I will go ahead and install the 12.1.0.2 binaries. So you want to go to wherever your staging directory is. I just set guest editions up, and I took this from my PC. So if you all want to do that, just get another YouTube video and set up your guest editions. So I'm gonna walk you through this process here. Okay, my display failed, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit out of here, and then I'm gonna go back into it, make sure my display works. If you're on Windows, make sure you have Xming open. And for me, I had to have Xcord set up, which is what the X is for. So now that is there, I shouldn't get that error anymore. Database. Okay, so it didn't come up that time. And I think another airplane is flying over, so I apologize for the background noise. Hurry up and wait. Okay, I believe it's coming open now. Okay, Oracle 12c database. Alright, so I'm going to check here. Hit next. Yes. Okay, we don't want to create and configure. We just want the binaries. So we're going to do install database software only and hit next. And single instant database installation. Next. Next. Okay, as you all can see, because the last installation we did was Enterprise Edition, this has to be Enterprise Edition as well. So we're going to hit next. Okay. Now, this is incorrect. So what this tells me is I did not set my 12.1.0. I didn't set the 12.1.0.2 profile. So unfortunately, I need to exit out of here. And what I want to do is I want this one to stay. I have both of these on 11 database profile. I want that to stay there. But I have a third terminal open. And this one I'm gonna set the 12C profile. So let me log back in. Okay, and here I'll set the 12C profile. So now I will go ahead and go back to my staging area and rerun again. And I'm just going to pause it until the screen come up. I'll be right back. So the screen is up. I'm going to uncheck here, hit next. Yes. Okay, install database software only. Okay, Enterprise Edition. Okay, and as you all can see, it picked up 12.1.0.2 that time. And it picked that up from the profile. So it's very important to have that profile set. Another airplane is flying over, so I apologize again for the noise, you guys. Okay, so we're going to do Oracle here. For all the groups, I'm going to leave it for Oracle. Okay, so it's doing a Prereq check. This is fairly fast. Okay, so here's the summary. I'm going to go ahead and hit install. So you all know that this can take a while. So I'm just going to pause the video and I will be back and we will continue with we're still on step 3, unfortunately. But those are pretty fast. So we'll start with the copy statement. We have to copy 2 files over to the temp directory. But I will pause the video until this is done. So we have the configuration script screen that just popped up. I am going to go ahead and execute this script and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm not logged in as root, so I'll go ahead and log in as root. Okay, these files already exist, but you do want to overwrite them because remember we are upgrading this database, so we do want these files to be associated with 12.1.0.2. So I'm just going to say yes, yes, and yes. So that's done. We can hit OK. And we can close that. And so now what we're going to do, we come back to the directions. We're going to copy this script and we're going to copy this script. And I guess what I need to put here, this will be from our 12.1 instead of you don't want to do it. You don't want to use these scripts in 11G. So we are going to go to the RDBMS admin home. Okay, and copy upgrade script. We're going to copy that to the temp folder. And then we're also going to copy that file to the temp. The pre-upgrade script, it runs this util upgrade package .SQL script. So if this script isn't placed in the exact place, it won't work. So we just copied this from 12.1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to where my profile is set for 11G, and I'm going to go to the temp directory just to be on the safe side, to make sure that my profile is set, because you always want to be sure. I'm going to go ahead and set my 11G profile, and if we echo Oracle Home, it says 11.2.0.3. So we know that's right. So I'm going to go to the temp directory. If you look at number 4, it says go to that directory and run that script. So that's what we're going to do. And I want to grab this. Okay, this database is not up. So let me go ahead and start up this database. I think this is the first time it has been started up, so it's taking a second. Okay, it's open, so I'm just going to do add and copy. So it's doing its thing. Now, the reason why I have a second window open is so that we can be back and forth between the log that this is going to generate, and we can execute whatever the log is telling us we need to execute. So let's wait on this script to get done. Okay, so it's done. And if you scroll up, it will tell you that action required, review results of the pre-upgrade checks. And this is the location that the logs is at. So we're going to use this window to go there. So it's in Oracle base, CFG tools, pre-upgrade, and here they are. So this is the pre-upgrade log. This is the log that we're going to look at. So if we cat pre, as a matter of fact, I don't want to cat it. Let's view pre-upgrade .log. So basically this just tells you everything that needs to be done before you do the upgrade. What you're really concerned about are the I believe it's errors. You want to see if there's any errors. You want to look at the warnings, and then they also have things that are, information. If you have any errors, you definitely want to make sure those are done. The warnings, depending on what the warnings is, you want to do it. If you are in a production setting, I would say always make sure that the warnings are taken care of. And the information, it's just information. You can fix it. From my experience, most of the information has been things like, okay, this won't be supported in, the database that you're upgrading to. So you can remove it or you can leave it, but we're letting you know it won't be supported in the database that you want to upgrade to. So anyways, this is a warning here. We're immediately hit with a warning, and this says that processes need to be increased to at least 300. Okay, I'm gonna do this. They actually have they give you the command to do this, so I'm gonna do that. And if you look here, it says if target Oracle is 64-bit, which it is, refer here for update parameter, and it says the same thing. I'm actually gonna do this. Okay, well, you see it says rename parameters, no rename parameters in use. It gives you information. It gives you, this is a component list, and it tells you everything is valid. I've done this a lot of times, so I pretty much know what it's going to say. You have table spaces. It's just going to go and tell you that, okay, it's adequate for the upgrade. And if it's not adequate, you need to add space. It will definitely let you know. And so you would just increase the table space that it's telling you needs more space. So, okay, you see no adjustment recommended. So, okay. Now, again, we got that process count. Again, it's too low. And it's telling me that mine is 150 and it needs to be at least 300. So, they give you the command to do it. So, I'm just going to copy this. And now you all see why I have this second screen open. In the second screen, I'm just going to go ahead and just make sure my profile is set. And then I'm going to log into SQL. Okay, and as you can see, 11.2.03. And I'm going to copy. Okay, system altered. So that's done. Okay, now that that is done, we're going to move on to the next one. Okay, this is another warning. And it's basically saying that Enterprise Manager is found in this database. And well, as you can see in Oracle Database 12c, database control is removed during the upgrade. So to save time during the upgrade, this action can be done prior to upgrading. So this is just basically telling you you can do it before or you can do it afterwards. I will say this, the upgrade process takes a while. So I'm going to go ahead and do it right now because it does take a while. And they're giving you exactly what you need to do. They're telling you that they want you to copy this script from here, but they want you to do that from 12c. And they're telling you that they want you to stop the Enterprise Manager, and here's the command. So I'm going to copy and paste this command. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to exit out of SQL SQL. So I will cd to Oracle Home, the Enterprise Manager CTL is going to be in bin. So I'm just going to paste, and then I'm going to hit enter. This is actually going to, this is pretty quick, but the next one is going to take some time. So what we want to do here is we want to go to, we're already in that directory, and let's see, I think it's EMR. Yes, that's the script that we want. So we want to copy the remove.sql to temp as well. And well, we're actually using this, so we can come here and do it. What we want to do is we want to go to temp directory and copy this and paste that. So this is going to take some time. So let's go look at the next thing we have to do. Okay, we've already done a copy. It says connect to the database. We did this, and well, you can do this. They tell you to set these two things because, well, they tell you everything here. Without the set echo and server output commands, you will not be able to follow the progress of the script. I really don't care about the progress of the script. As long as it's running, I'm fine. So that's done. And this is information. This doesn't have to be done either way. It doesn't matter. You can see what it says. Starting with Oracle Database 12c. This is desupported. So you don't have to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it just in case. Again, this is going to take a second. So what I'm going to do is, while that's running, I'll copy this. And we can do another terminal. And let's go ahead and go in. Okay. So login, wait, cd2, let's do this. And let me see what the name of that script was. Cat no AMD. So here what we will do is go ahead and log into SQL Plus. And that was cat no AMD.SQL, right? And also you want to make sure, I actually put it in the note. Let's see here. Oracle Home OLAP admin cat no AMD.SQL from 11G. I have from 11G because that script is in 12C as well. You want to make sure you stop the database console and remove it by copying that em remove script from R12.1. But this cat no AMD.SQL script, it has to be done on 11G. If you copy this script here from 12C, that should be 12C. I got R12. If you copy that script from 12C, you're gonna drop a table or something that you need, and your upgrade will mess up. I know because I've done it a lot. So I just want to give you all that nugget. You have to be very careful when you're going through these things, making sure you read and document everything as far as Oracle documentation goes. Let's see if this is done. Okay, so that's done. Let's go ahead and we don't need this. I don't want to have too many terminals open. So we'll go ahead and close this one. Let's see what else we have. I believe that's almost it. We've done that. Okay, the older time zone in use. This is something that's very optional. If you was in a work environment, I would say do it. But because this is for testing purposes, I really did not want to go through this note and do this. But if you are in a production environment, make sure you do everything they're asking you to do. Okay, let's see. Okay, this says there are existing Oracle components that will not be upgraded by the database upgrade script. Typically, such components have their own upgrade scripts, are deprecated or obsolete. Those components are OLAP, Catalog, and OWB. If you notice, they really did not give you anything to do. They're just telling you that's information. Here's more information. This is about Oracle Application Express. This, if a developer needed Oracle Application Express, I would go manually upgrade this. But just for showing you all how to do it, we don't need to do it. So I'm not going to do that. So this is just going through and they're just, listing stuff. This right here says to gather data dictionary statistics. So we are going to do this. And as you can tell, I'm just going through this note. So that does not take long at all, but we're going to let it run. So let's keep going. And this is post-upgrade recommendations. So it says, please create stats on fixed objects 2 weeks after the upgrade. So as you can tell, we don't have to do this right now. So that's it. If you notice, it says we have 0 errors. That's because this is a brand new database. So yeah, more than likely, we're not going to see any errors. You have 2 warnings. We took care of both of the warnings that they gave us. And there were 4 informational messages. So basically we did as much as we could. Again, if you want to go through the Apex and if you want to go through the Apex and the time, you can, but it's not something you have to do for practicing at home. This right here, this script that you see here is for invalid objects. Again, this is a new database. I know that there aren't any invalid objects, but if you are working for a company, you definitely want to check your invalids before you do this. You want to make sure that you don't have any invalids. That's best practices. If you do have invalids, you can continue going through it. Everything will be fine, but you want to get rid of all of your invalids. So that's pretty much it with that, right? So now, being that we're done with that script, and here, you guys, I have extra stuff too. We did this, but right after that, you have Purge Recycle bid. This is a new database. So since this is a new database, we don't have anything to purge. But if you're working for a company, that's the script you would need. And then you can do this to check to make sure that there's nothing in your recycle bin. So we have that. So now we're going to run the pre-upgrade fix-up script. Okay, so let's see where we are. And this script really doesn't do much, but Oracle asks you to run it. So hey, I'm running it. Forgot to copy it. It basically does the exact same thing what we sort of just looked at. I think also it actually fixed certain things depending on what you have, but we don't have anything to fix. So there's nothing really much that is here other than the stuff we already know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. It's stuff we've already taken care of, basically. See, process count may be too low. We've taken care of all this stuff, but it won't get it until we restart the database. And I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Shut down, immediate. Okay. And what I'll do, you guys, I'm going to pause this and come back when I start the database back up. Okay, you guys, so the database is started back up. Now, being that the database is started back up, I'm going to go back and run that script, the pre-upgrade script, so you all can see that we fixed all the things that we needed to fix. So we're going to go back to temp. And okay. So it's gonna basically just rewrite that log. So we're now looking in the log. And what you'll notice is the things that we fixed are no longer there. So let's go. Okay, we saw this last time. So as you all can tell, it was telling us the process count was too low. That's no longer there. The enterprise manager message is no longer there. The things that we took care of, they're no longer there. Now you just see information, older time zone in use, and about the components and Apex. So we have those three messages. So we're okay. And I think it's, let's go down to the bottom. As you all can see, it says no errors, no warnings, and three informational messages. So we're pretty much okay. Once you've ran that, you're pretty much ready to go ahead and begin the upgrade process. So what we're going to do, scroll down. I've explained this already. Okay, let me go here. Now, if you're going to use RMan to do a backup, 7 and 8 are going to be for you. But I'm not going to use RMan to do a backup. But most of the time, if you're in office, you're going to use RMan to do a backup. So 7 and 8 are for you if you're in an office. I'm using VirtualBox, so all I did was make a snapshot. I would suggest you all do the same in case anything messes up. So what we're going to do is just come here, completing database upgrade, source 12C profile, and then run DBUA. So I'm going to do that. So we have this open. I think this is the screen. It probably isn't. It's actually not. I believe it's this one. So anyways, what we will do is we will come here, CD, profile, 12C. So we have that open. We have that source, and we're just going to do DBUA. I'm going to pause this until it comes up because it does take a second. So here's the first screen. And so as you all can see, it says Upgrade Oracle Database. That's exactly what we want to do. So let's, you know what? I did not shut that database down. That's very bad. You want to make sure that the database is shut down. So I'm going to close this. You have to be so careful. Definitely want to make sure that this database is shut down. If I do ps-ef grep, the name of my database is test database. See, it's still up. So I need to go shut that down ASAP. If I did it and the database was not shut down, it won't even work. So we definitely want to make sure that the database is shut down. And you want to do a shutdown immediate. So we'll go ahead and just wait for that to shut down. Okay, so it's down. So now I'm just going to come back over here and just hit up and rerun it again. The only thing that you really want up is your listener. You do need the listener to be up. So listener, let me see, listener status, test DB. Okay, so as you all can see, I'm having an issue with my listener. I already know what it is. Since I gave my database the name test DB, it's not registering that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to CD to Oracle Home, because I bet you the listener says listener instead of test DB. So I'm going to CD to Oracle Home. Is it network? Yes, network, and then admin. So if I cat my tnsname.org, that says test DB, but I don't think my listener says test DB. See, my listener says listener, whereas my TNS, it says test DB. So what I'm going to do is I am going to copy my listener to backup, and then I'm going to go into my listener, and then I'm going to change my listener's name to test DB, because that's the name of my listener, right? So now what I'm going to do is pull up that same command, that listener status test DB. Okay, it's saying that basically it's not up. So what I'm going to do now is do listener start test DB. Okay, the listener supports no services. The command completed successfully. So my listener is up. So if I do ps-ef grep test DB. Okay, so my listener is up. And well, once we finish, it's going to be supporting this database basically. So, and you all to see exactly how that works. Okay, now that that's done, I need to restart this one last time so that it can register what we just did. So I'm going to come here, hit up again. Hurry up and wait. Okay, there's this GUI, and we're going to hit next here for Upgrade Oracle Database. it's gathering information, and with it gathering information, a lot of times it takes a while for this entire process. While it's doing this, as you all can see, it says status down. Just verify that the database is down. It definitely has to be down in order for this database to work successfully. It will allow you to go through the whole process, but it will fail because it says something about the control file, because I've made every possible mistake you can make upgrading a database. So, yeah, just be mindful of that. Make sure it says down. I just hit next because the right database is selected. As you can see, it says TestDB. It just takes a while. Okay, so now it's doing this Prereq check. This doesn't take too long. Should just fly right through. Well, when it gets started, it should fly right through. I don't want to pause the video because I would like for you all to see everything that it is supposed to do. So I don't want to pause the video for, this portion. Okay. So, alright. So as you all can see, we only got 2 informationals that came up. And the exact same thing is said in the that pre-upgrade log. Is the same thing it says here. That's it. And it just says info. It says it doesn't have it doesn't have anything saying you need to fix it. So with these issues, upgrading the database will be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit next. Okay. I do want to recompile invalid objects during post upgrade, but we don't even have any. So if you want to uncheck that, you can. But I'm gonna just leave it checked. Alright. I'm gonna just leave this at default. Okay, move data files as part of the upgrade. Where my data files are, they can stay where they are. If you want to change your data files and move them, you check that, and then you move them wherever you want to. But for me, I want my data files to stay exactly where they are. So I'm just gonna hit next because you're only upgrading the database. You're not you don't have to mess with your files. Okay, so this is the listener session. As you can see, my listener is up, and I do want to use that same listener to be registered with this database. So leave that check and hit next. Okay, I have a backup, so I have my own backup and restore strategy. If you want to use our man and let them create a database, you can, but I'm fine. So here's the summary, pretty much everything we just did. I'm going to go ahead and hit finish. So this is going to take a while. Depending on how much gigabytes you have allocated for memory, it depends on how that's going to determine how long this takes. I allocated 6 gigs and it still takes almost 2 hours. So it doesn't take 2 hours, but definitely it takes more than an hour, but I know it's not an entire 2 hours. So hurry up and wait. I'm going to pause this and just let it do its thing. I will come in and check in with you all every once in a while to let you all see the progress. It's 9:48 my time now, so I don't know. I'll probably be back in about 30-45 minutes. Let's just see what happens, but I'm pausing this for now. See you all soon. Okay, so it is 11:18, so that took about an hour and 30 minutes. It says upgrade is complete. Click upgrade results to see the results of the upgrade. So everything has finished on it. So let's do upgrade results. And let's see. Everything was successful. All right, so we're gonna hit close, and this says database upgrade has been completed successfully, and the database is ready for use. So, see where we are. Okay, I'll source that again just to be on the safe side, and we can log into SQL Plus. Okay, so as you all can see, the database is up and ready to go, and let's just shut it down and bring it up. Okay, so shut down, we'll go ahead and bring it up. Start up, open. So we'll exit out of SQL Plus, and they had a post upgrade script. Let's run that. It's gonna give us generic information, but hey, it was a part of the documentation, so let's go ahead and run it. It's in the same location, Oracle base, CFG, I think test database, and as you can see, it says post upgrade fixup.sql. So just got to copy it. Okay. I don't think this outputs a log. If it do, I don't know where the log would be stored. March 21st, 2136. It's not stored here, so let's just go up and read what they have. Go to the top. Okay, we ran it there. Okay, same thing. Old time zone exists. We know about that. Okay, we know about this. Identifies this the component that will not be upgraded. This fix up, okay. And okay, same thing. Please create stats on fixed object 2 weeks after the upgrade. We can do that now if you want, but for testing purposes, I'm not gonna go through that. So basically, that is it. That is the upgrade process from the beginning to the end. If you all want this, just I'll upload it. I will definitely upload this. I will upload this to the YouTube channel as well, so you all will have this document. If you have any questions, just let me know. Comment on the video, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank all my viewers, and I hope you all enjoy this video. God bless and happy studies. Oracle DBA girl signing off.